Hey everybody, welcome to today's stream. There we go. Okay, we got everything going. Okay. Alright, cool. We are all set to go. We're live, we're going, and we got Tournament of Doom getting ready to get going. Starting in 1 minute. Let's see. Alright. Let me see where we at. Where we at? Oh, we're going. We're up and going. Okay. Round 1 is here. We are going against Gardevoir. They do not have the TMD evolution. Okay. So Gardevoir, no TM Devo. Which is, you know, I brought the Mist in for this reason, but nothing we need to worry about right now. Enhanced Hammer, they can get the Mist. Don't care. They got the Secret Box. Okay. We good, folks. Get the right deck active. We are going Charizard today. I'm feeling good with the Charizard. Let's go ahead and add my opponent here. Gosh, it's so nice that that just adds instantly now. Makes things so much easier for tournaments. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can get off starting with a dub. Heads it is. No, I don't want to go first still. They're playing the Evo build. Still want them to go first. Oh, and we're starting with the Lumineon. Do you have the Poffins? So we can at least get started that way, but man, I don't want to start with Lumineon. Yeah, Ouch is right. Ouch is correct. But it's okay. It's alright. We can survive. We can absolutely survive. It's fine. Everything is fine. Oh, no Ralts, no nothing for him. Okay. That's at least a little bit of a good sign for us. So we're just gonna start with the boys here. We do have Candy Pidgeot next turn, although we're just kind of playing into an Iono. I'm assuming they play three Ionos. So we are just absolutely playing into an Iono here. But there's really nothing we can do about it. We're good. We're fine. If we go Candy Pidgeot, we can do Iono ourselves. Oh. Okay, they just kind of bricked. I don't want Iono now. We are going to go Candy Pidgeot, and we can go Arven, and get Charizard, and just swing. So we go Arven, make sure Force Seal's here. Force Seal is here, okay. So we grab Arven, and we go Arven for Candy, Force Seal, Force Seal, use it for Charizard, and we go Candy Charizard. We use our thing here. 2, right? Just 1 and 2, yep. That's all we need. We go, whoops, 1 here, 2 here. And we can retreat into the Charizard. And we'll go ahead and take the knock on the Monkey Dory. Take our first prize. They play Secret Box. They don't play the Unfair Stamp, so we don't have to worry about that. There's a Drifloon. Bravery Charm on the Drifloon. Okay. Getting those back. TM Evo. Research. Okay, so they're going for it. There's the Ralts. Oh, Poffin. Okay, they got their hand now. They got their hand now. Yeah, they're playing. They're playing the game. They're most definitely playing the game now. That was all they needed. Now they're in. Okay, yeah, that was the start they needed. And unfortunately, I am still kind of in a rough spot. As funny as that sounds, I'm not in a great spot right now. Here seems pretty good. Going into Candy Dusknoir seems good. Candy Zard also seems good. So we're going to go Candy this turn. And the next turn we can figure out what route we want to go after that. So we'll take the knockout here. We'll go to 4 prizes. I think in a dream world, I go... Well, if they go down to 2, I can take 3 turns with Briar into Big Guardy. Candy Big Guardy. I always boss the Big Guardy. You just take 2 prizes. Assuming Charizard doesn't die, which it could with the Drifloon. It could. In which case I audible and go Candy Zard. But they have my last 4 prizes on board, and I have 2 bosses. So I can just go Gardevoir and Fezandipiti for my last 2 prizes. It's kind of my goal at this point. They have them on board. So Gust, Fezandipiti, knockout. Gust, Gardevoir, knockout. And that's game. What all did they get? Charm. So you can put Charm on the Fez, which I'm sure that's exactly what they're going to do. Or on the Screamtail. There's the Iono, so there goes that candy that I just grabbed, but that's fine. I need a new hand anyway. Although that's not it. That's most definitely not it. Screamtail. They can get 2 prizes off of here, off the Lumineon. They do not have the Charm because they played Iono. Right? They played Iono after that, right? They did. So they just threw away everything they got. Okay. They're going Charmander. Okay. Here's my Fez. Yeah, I definitely want Fez out there, right? Pretty sure I do. Pretty sure I do. I can do Turo if I absolutely need to. Thorton seems fun. Let's go ahead and grab another Charmander for the board. Let's see. I want a Gust. I could get a 2-prize liability off the bench with Thorton. But I think Gusting is correct here. Let's see, we can do this. I don't need the Jirachi. I don't need the Rotom either. Let's do that. And we can go Charmeleon. Okay, so that doesn't prevent the damage. But if they do that, they just leave my Charizard for game, right? What am I doing? 21 right now? It's enough to knock Fez. So yeah, I mean, this is not my play at Candy Ball. What am I doing? What am I thinking? I don't know. That was a definite misplay on my part. Do I have both bosses? I only have one boss. That's unfortunate. That's fine. I take what I can get. I take what I can get. And we're going to knock out the Fez. We go to 2. There's the candy. We still don't have the Gust, though, unfortunately. So that Ultra Ball play was a massive misplay. Had I got Charizard, they needed an Iono, because then I have Candy Charizard, and then the Pidgeot, able to search up whatever I need. Okay, they're going to leave the Zard. They're going to... well, I guess maybe not. They might not leave the Zard, because they can hit the bench with the Screamtail. They do need a Bravery Charm to knock out a 2-prizer on the bench. Not anymore, they don't. Monkey Dory will make that happen. Oh, there's the Iono anyway. Okay, that 5 is actually extremely important. Because that 5 can get the knock on the Screamtail. And then allow Charizard to finish the game. So unless they get the Duskull, But then they're just leaving the Fezandipiti for me to draw. Okay, so they're getting the Lumineon. Okay. So they didn't take anything out. But I think I just win. Pretty sure I just win now. Because we can Curse Blast here to take that knock. And then whatever they send up, I can retreat, go Charizard, and knock it out. So we just got the dub. Monkey Dory. And then Pidgeot, attacks, retreat, game. Not that. That could have been bad. Mist Energy. Attack, retreat, and that's the ball game. There we go. Starting off 1-0. Of course, there's the boss is the last prize. There we go. Bolt Party. 1-0. Alright, well. There we go, Gobadat. Get in the Bolt Party. Alright, 1-0. Let's see. You know what? Let's bring back my my buddy Ursaluna Valiant here for in between some rounds. So I've been coaching my daughter's basketball team lately, and the league that they're doing, the league structure is a 3-on-3, but with 8 players on a team. So with that, it's like we're playing against a team, or we have our team, we're playing against another team, and then the teams are split in half. So half our team and half their team are playing on one side, then half our team and half their team are playing on the other side of the court. So it's like split squad 3-on-3 basketball, and it's really weird. Like, I'm not a fan. I am definitely not a fan of it. It's just like really fast paced. After a basket, you just get the rebound, take it out up top, and keep going. You don't check it in or anything like that, and it just feels like too fast paced. Feels like a lot of kids just really have like no idea what's going on sometimes, because it's 3rd and 4th graders. And it just, I don't know. I don't know who thought it was a good idea. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea, but definitely not a fan of it. We had a game tonight, and we have another game tomorrow. We had practice on Thursday, so we got a lot of, and we have practice again on Thursday. Just a lot of basketball going on. And then the best part is at the end of the season, we switched to 5-on-5. So the whole season we're teaching them 3-on-3. And then we have to teach them 5-on-5 mid-season before we go into that. So it's something. It is something, that's for sure. I don't know, but, you know, they didn't ask me. Nobody asked me about my thoughts, so I didn't share my thoughts. I don't know why they do that. Like, so their explanation is it gets the kids more touches because there's only 3 playing at a time. So you're less than 5, I guess it's more touches. I don't know. But what really happens is you just get one kid that is a much better athlete than the rest of the kids, and she just does everything herself. Like, we have one kid that's getting, you know, okay, so the games are 5 minutes. They're 5 minutes long. That's all they are. And we have one kid that is getting like 10, 15 rebounds a game. She's getting like 8 to 10 points a game. I mean, she's literally doing everything. I don't know. Nobody asked me. Nobody asked for my opinion. Nobody asked me. So here we are. Let's take them. I gotta figure out what we're doing here. Techno Radar. Haluksha doesn't do me any good in this matchup. Yeah, the kid's good. The kid is really good. Let's Squawk and Seize. She's a little too aggressive though. Like, she's a little taller than everybody else, and she's just a little too aggressive to where like she goes for a rebound, her arms are kind of flailing. So I'm trying to work on, you know, keeping control of your arms. But she's getting there. She's getting there. She's definitely improved as far as how she's playing the game, and that's what I want to see. I got nothing here, do I? I really have nothing going. Okay, let's do this. And then I want to fail it. Mew, give me something. Really? That was what I got off the Mew? Alright, pass. This is why I stopped playing this deck. Yeah, and you know, if you go through a recent growth spurt or something, your arms are kind of like longer than what you're used to. I mean, I understand it. I understand it, and she's an athlete. She definitely wants to improve, so we're working with her on that. But so last year, it was just like full court. They did 4-on-4 full court, which the kids loved. It was fun. I loved coaching it, but this year is just, it's a mess. And it's going to be even more of a mess when we transition to 5-on-5. I don't know. I don't know how many games we have before we're switching here. We got one. We got a game tomorrow. One, two. There are only 2 more games before we switch to 5-on-5. So the story is they switched it from the way they did last season because the high school got involved. The high school shared their opinion as they do a fall 3-on-3 league, and so their thought is it works for the high schoolers. Why not middle schoolers or elementary schoolers? And I'm sitting there thinking, well, of course it works for high school because they know how to play basketball. The elementary school kids, they don't really actually know how to play basketball. So I don't know. That was kind of their thought process behind it. Let's see. Let's retreat here. Let's Tachyon bits. We gotta hit the active. Give me something. Let's see. Got Gramp. That didn't. Well, actually, Grant might help me out. Because Grant does. Discard 2 cards. Okay. So let's do that. Discard the 2 cards. We're going to get Grant. We're going to use Grant. And we're going to Mew. Okay, yeah, use Grant. Alright, we're just gonna concede here. Yeah, if it ain't broke, make it worse. Because that's what happened. I made my opinion known by sending a... Oh, I'm at the bottom. It's like, why didn't I lose any points? I made my opinion known by sending a nice, like, 5-paragraph email to the park district director explaining why I think this is a bad idea. And I know she read it because somebody who she consulted with through this mentioned it to me, and basically agreed with all of my thoughts. He was like, "Hey, I read what your thought is, and I agree with everything you said." It's like, cool. Then why are we still doing this? But you know what? Well, so I almost said, well, if the kids are having fun, it's fine. And that's true. However, I have had a few kids tell me, both on my team and on other teams, they wish they were just playing full court. I had a kid on one of the other teams today tell me, and it was a girl I coached last year, and I asked her how her season was going. She said, well, it'd be more fun if we were playing full court. I'm like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, kid. My thoughts exactly. But yeah, my only hope is that they will see that this is not working. It's not fun. It's not as good as the full court was, and they'll switch it back. But next year I will be coaching 5th and 6th graders, so I don't know if they're doing the half court 3-on-3 as well. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I mean, overall, they get to play basketball, and who doesn't love basketball? I love basketball, the kids love basketball, and that's really what's important. And then I get to come home and play in the Tournament of Doom, which is one of the things that I look forward to all week, is sitting here, relaxing, hanging out, playing the Tournament of Doom. I appreciate that, Gobadet. Thank you. I try to create a nice, relaxing atmosphere. You know, I've seen plenty of streamers, you know, that are getting into it. They're yelling, they're screaming, whatever, yelling at misplays, yelling at bad draws, whatever. You know, I'm here to have fun. I'm here to enjoy it. I don't have a major tournament until May. So up until then, it's online tournaments, it's cups, it's challenges. I'm here to have fun. Now, when we're getting closer to May, you might see me start to get a little bit more intense, more focused. But just kind of right now, not a whole lot to play for. Just enjoying the game that I love to play. Enjoying the game that I love to play. Let's flip this back before I forget, because I will screw up and I will queue up with the wrong deck. Done it plenty of times. Looks like we are waiting on 1 match to complete. 2 minutes on the timer and 1 match left to complete. I mean, you're not wrong. You know, I get Iono to 1. And I'm just like, well, that stinks. All right, next game. Milwaukee. Milwaukee is the first weekend of May. May 3rd and 4th. Star Wars Day. I was originally planning on going to Louisville, but when they announced Milwaukee, I decided that I didn't want to drive to Louisville, basically, is what it came down to. So if we get an Indianapolis, I still plan on going to that if that one gets announced. If Peoria gets announced, Chicago, St. Louis, anything like that, I'll go to that. Basically anything it's like 3 hours away or less, I'll go. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Peoria would be nice. But I know the community hates Peoria as a whole, but you know, Peoria would be nice. I have been to Milwaukee one time in my life. I was, I don't know, elementary school age. And we went to see a Milwaukee Brewers Baltimore Orioles game. And it was, like, I don't remember it, but I remember loving the game. I got to see Cal Ripken Jr. play with the Orioles, so that was really fun. I remember, I don't remember anything specific about it, but I just remember loving being there and being at Miller Park. Yeah, basically anything in the Midwest. If there's anything remotely close in the Midwest, I will try to go as a second regional. Which I went to 2 last year. I had Peoria and Indy last year, so this year is Milwaukee, and I would like to do one more, but if I'm not going to Worlds, so if Milwaukee's the only one, then that's fine. Yeah, for sure, for sure. When I was a kid, I wanted to go to every baseball city. I almost said every stadium, but with how many times they, build new stadiums or whatever, just every baseball city. It was something I wanted to do as a kid, and that is just definitely slowed down. It's not. I had not made the progress like I had thought I would, but I've been to St. Louis, Chicago, Milwaukee, Tampa, Boston. I have seen the stadium at all of those cities, I guess is the best way to put it. Boston, I didn't go to a game. I got to tour the stadium, though, so I'm counting that. I think that's it. I saw the Royals Stadium out to a Chiefs game in Kansas City, and so I got to see the Royals Stadium. I didn't go to a game. I had a tour planned for the stadium, but like a week before we got there, they canceled the tour because they had some little league something or other going on there, so they canceled all tours that day. Your city's getting a baseball team and stadium now, huh? That's exciting. Yeah, Boo was right. I mean, I was so excited. Kauffman Stadium looks so cool on TV, and I was really excited to tour it. But what team are you getting? What level of baseball is it? Oh, next round is up. Oh, the A's. Yeah, so you're not just getting a team. You are getting the team. That's cool. So, yeah, Vegas has been on a hot streak lately, getting the Black Knights and like immediately winning the Stanley Cup, and then getting the Raiders, and then getting the A's. Right, exactly. Taking all of Cali's teams. Now, that being said, I am a LA Charger fan, so I can't give too much props for the Raiders being there. As a Charger fan, I'm forced to hate the Raiders, but Yeah, that's really cool. Vegas is getting a lot of sports attention now, which is really, really cool. Also, it is really cool that the NFL stadium looks like a giant Roomba. So if not Raiders fans, who does Vegas like? Like what team did Vegas go for, or were they following, were they cheering for before the Raiders? Okay. Are the Cardinals who Vegas kind of followed before? Cardinals, Broncos, something like that maybe? I know, like, just that area in general didn't, have a ton of major sports teams. A friend of mine grew up in South Dakota, and I got Gardevoir again. And he was a St. Louis Cardinals fan and a Denver Bronco fan, just because there's nothing much in that area. Oh, let's see. Do they have... They don't have the TMD evolution either. They got the secret box. So is this the Gardevoir deck that placed fairly well at Louisville? Because we're not seeing Devo, we're seeing the secret box. It's interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Just a city that everybody, you just get people from everywhere. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. What are we doing? We want this. We want this. Yeah, we're doing that. Really make sure we're getting set up here. Are they running the rare candy build? They are. 2 candies. Let's see. We want the Duskull for sure. Instant charge. They also don't win. That is correct. That is all too true. But what's the problem with the Legion Stadium? Other than, like I said, it looks like a giant Roomba. What is Vegas's beef with the Legion Stadium? Location? Well, what's wrong with it? As somebody who has never been to Vegas, never close to Vegas, know nothing about Vegas, what is the issue? And it's funny that you're mentioning that there's not nothing really in that area, or there wasn't beforehand, and being from Central Illinois, we got the White Sox, we got the Cubs, we got the Cardinals, and then for football we have the Bears, we have the Chiefs, we did have the Rams, we have the Colts. So I mean everything is like just right here. St. Louis with Bulls, we have the Pacers. St. Louis just needed the basketball team to be set. Oh, that was a great Iono for me. So what was already busy is now even busier, is what I'm getting at. What was already probably miserable to go through, miserable to be around, is just super busy now. Oh, I didn't even know that there was a G League team there. See, you learn something new every day. I had no idea there was a G League team. How do we want to play this? Do I really have 2 energies prized? That's rough. The A's stadium is going to go on the strip. Jeez. That sounds miserable. Okay, how do we want to do this? Do we want to go double knockout on the Kirlias? I feel like that seems like a good play. If we go Candy Dusknoir. Dusknoir, make sure we got candies still. We have 1 candy. Okay, so we're going to go Candy Dusknoir. Star Alchemy, we need candy. And then we hope we don't die, because if we lose our Charizard, we're kind of in trouble. So we're going to go Curse Blast on here. They get a prize, I get a prize. There's another energy. We'll go ahead and throw that there. Let's go Poffin. I'm assuming they play the Screamtail. They do. Maybe we just go Manaphy. Stop the Screamtail shenanigans. Then we boss up another Kirlia. You know what? I can collapse. Do they play Temple Sinnoh, Artisan? Those don't matter to me. So let's go ahead and collapsed. And we're going to get rid of our Rotom. Get rid of that liability. And then we're going to knock Kirlia. Yeah, I didn't expect this much Guardy. I know Henry Chow placed fairly well with Guardy. Hey, there's the candy we needed. Enough to kind of like spark Guardy again. I expect a lot of Lost Box, which is why I have the Jirachi in here. If we look at the metagame... Okay, there's 4 Gardevoir players in this tournament, and I hit 2 of them. There's 4 Gardevoir players. Palkia Dusknoir is the #1 most played deck. Lugia is #2, which I almost played, but realized I can't play it, so I didn't. Terapagos Dusknoir is #3. I figured with Lost Box being possibly popular again, that might not be a great play. Raging Bolt is tied with Terapagos, then Regidrago, then Lost Box with 12 players. And then we got Charizard at 10. There's 10 Bennett Gardevoir players. I need to avoid those at all cost, because that will be a problem. And of course they got the Guardy. They have enough energy. 5, 10, 15, 300. They're 1 energy shy, I think, from knocking out my Charizard. Bennett Gardevoir is almost an instant loss. If they can get the item lock, I'm in trouble. I do have the Charmeleon, so it's not the end of the world, but it's not good by any means. Yeah. That Bennett item lock is miserable. Oh, look. Arven will get them what they need. Oh, no, they're going to bring up Pidgeot. Well, that stinks. That stinks. Being able to knock that out would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, you know what? I can knock it out with this. I can use Charmander. go ahead and do this, and I think we can set up another Charmander. And then we'll steady fire breathing. We're going to keep our Charizard safely hidden. How many energies do they have? 6. And how many do they play? They probably play 8. Yeah, they play 8. So they have enough to retreat what they need. There's the monkey. So Lumineon can give us a timely boss that could possibly win us the game. Well, never mind. There goes that. Okay. So Arven seems good, possibly. Getting a Super Rod back, maybe. Because this is all our energies right now. And maybe I can just hard draw the boss when I need to. Yeah. Arven for counter catcher is a thing. If they knock out this Charmander, they go to 2. Then I can counter catcher maybe the Gardevoir. But then they can just knock this out. But they're a boss away from knocking that out anyway. One boss. Do they still have it? They still have their boss. There's a Screamtail. I do have the Manaphy. So I'm not too worried about the Screamtail. Screamtail can knock out my Charmander, though. If I was able to get another Dusknoir set up, then I could win like I did last time. Dusknoir and then Gust. Yeah, so they're going to knock that out. And then they're setting up the Charizard for the win. But really, it's my only option. Ooh. If I had the Pidgeot, that Thorton would be interesting. Yeah, I don't want the Jirachi. Because then I could go Thorton, the Duskull, possibly get the Dusclops, get the knock, and then Gust for game. Gosh, Briar, like Briar Gust would win it for me. There's a lot of things that would win it for me. I have to Arven, right? I have to Arven. Because I have to, I think I have to get the Gardevoir. Or do I Unfair Stamp? I don't need the Gardevoir. I can get the Gardevoir next turn, right? Because they need... I guess they just need a Recursion. How many Super Rods did they play? They play 2 Super Rods. How many have I seen? 1. We're going to go Unfair Stamp. We're going to go Unfair Stamp. That's what I think is the right play. Because they need a Super Rod. Oh, and we got the counter catcher. Ah, there's the Briar. 1 turn 2. 1. No, come on. No. Come on. If I didn't have to play the Arven, the Briar would have it with the counter catcher. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to 1. And we're going to hope they don't have the Gardevoir, the Gardevoir and the the Super Rod. We're gonna hope they don't have it. That's fine. Poffin is fine. That doesn't progress. Oh, they got the Drifloon. Do they have the Gardevoir? They have one card. No! Are you serious? Are you serious? Holy cow. I literally stamped him into the 3 cards he needed. Holy cow. Holy cow. I told him in chat, I was like, yeah, I totally just stamped into everything you had, or everything you needed. I'm asking him if he had game before that. See if he responds. I'm curious if he had anything before that. Or, like, if I had just not done that, would I have been fine? Because I could have... So, yeah, he didn't have anything. Okay, so, yeah, he said all he had was Super Rod. Which... Yeah, so he even said, I played it perfectly. He just literally got the best thing he could have off of the Unfair Stamp. Holy cow. Anybody watching want to clip that? Because, or otherwise I'm going to go back and clip it later, because that was insane. Unfair stamping into the 3 cards they needed. The Bravery Charm, the Buddy-Buddy Poffin, and the Gardevoir. I do want to check something, because he brought it back. See, at what point did he bring back his Drifloon? Because I don't remember him rotting for the Drifloon. So let me see if I can find it. Because he clearly played the rod, it was in there, but I don't remember when he did that. Because in my mind, the Drifloon is still in the discard pile. Because he used it on the Pidgeot. And then I return KO'd with the Charmander. There's the rod, okay. And he went... What did he rod back? Just the Drifloon, okay. So yeah, that's what I missed. He rotted back the Drifloon, and the Drifloon only. So, it happens sometimes. You get unlucky. But we move on, we trek forward. Let's see. Let's go ahead and try to play some Lost Box. This is a comedy. For anybody who doesn't know, I cannot play Lost Box. I have never been able to play Lost Box. I am incredibly bad at Lost Box. I make the wrong decisions every single time. And let's see how this goes. This is Michael Davidson's second place list at Louisville. So, funny story about Michael Davidson. I was playing against him in a League Cup last season. It was right when I was starting to play Chien-Pao, right when I fell in love with the Chien-Pao deck. I was playing heavy Gardevoir before that. So I was all into Gardevoir. I played Gardevoir at the Peoria Regional. That was my number one deck. And then I jumped to Chien-Pao and loved playing Chien-Pao. And so I'm playing Davidson at this League Cup. I'm 3-0, feeling pretty good. And I go up against Davidson. Had no idea who this kid was. I just know that he showed up with Grant Shen. So I assumed he was good. But I didn't know who he was. He was a senior at the time. But I knew Grant Shen. I talked to Grant Shen already. So knew this kid was probably good. And he was playing Lost Box. He was playing oh gosh, what is that card? Zamazenta. The Zamazenta Lost Box. And he was playing it so fast. Every decision, he knew exactly what he was doing. He was very, very good. Very, very quick player. And as Chien-Pao, I felt like I was doing well. I was keeping up with him. And Lost Box is a terrible matchup for Chien-Pao. But I was able to keep up with him. And I got him down to a situation like this where he has to have it. And he top decked everything he needed. And he played it out, got the win. Really, really close game. And what was really cool was after the game, he explained his entire thought process about the entire game, and it was just amazing how knowledgeable this kid was. And like I said, at the time I had no idea who he was, but so knowledgeable about Lost Box, about the game in general. I was just incredibly impressed with this kid. And to see his first season or second season, because maybe he was a brand new master at that time because he played in World, so maybe that last year was his first year of Masters. But to just see how this kid played, it was insane. And it's really cool to see how he has progressed and how he has become the player that he has. Really, really cool. How do we beat this deck? How do we beat this? We do this first. That's what we do. Yeah, grab Nest Ball. That is for sure one of the best players that I have ever seen play is oh my gosh, drawing a blank. Vinny Gabriel Fernandez. His brother's Vinny Fernandez, a new master. Gabriel Fernandez won Worlds and 2 straight ICs, and he's already won another regional this year or something like that. Kid's a superstar. Kid is absolute superstar. And just seeing all the talent that these kids have, insane. Yeah, hitting 2 of the 4 Guardies in this tournament in my first 2 rounds is ridiculous, but it is what it is. And I don't know if you were watching, if you were here, but on the last turn of the game, he had to get a 2-prize knockout with a Drifloon, but he didn't have a Drifloon, he didn't have a Gardevoir, and he didn't have a Bravery Charm. I unfair stamped him to 2, and the 2 cards he had plus the 1 he drew was the Gardevoir EX, the Bravery Charm, and the Drifloon. He literally, the 3 cards he had were the 3 cards he needed. It was just bonkers that was how that worked out. Man, it'd be nice if I was, could use those, because Iron Hands would be really nice right about now. But, alas, we can at least knock out the Froakie this way. But yeah, between Gabriel Fernandez and Michael Davidson getting into Masters now, doing what he's doing. Owen Dalgard is a new Master. And then just the young Masters, Andrew Hedrick, just absolute monster. Just a lot of good young talent. And I heard Azul on his podcast say, that's why I retired, was all this young talent, which he hasn't retired. But he hasn't gone to a major tournament yet this year. He claims he's going to Sacramento. But he has not gone to a major tournament yet. So I definitely think that his play is going to drop drastically. He'll still be able to compete in the tournaments that he's competing in, but he's looks like he's definitely cutting down on travel and what tournaments he's going to. I'm sure he's going to go to all the ICs. I'm sure he's going to hit his regionals to get the best finish limit, but he's definitely cutting down on the amount of tournaments he's going to. Yeah, I only have played as an adult, so I don't know anything about playing, as a senior or anything, but everything I hear is it's like, if you're in, it's like a brotherhood, but if you are not, then you can really feel like an outsider. Like, it's very, very tight-knit with the top-tier players. And, like, once you get, like, a great finish, you're instantly in. But other than that, like, you need to have a great finish to be in, or otherwise you're not. It's kind of what it sounds like, just from what I've heard from the outside. Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like. But, like, when you're in, you feel like you're at home. But if you're not, you just really feel like on the outside looking in. And it kind of, develops that way because there's a lot less seniors. And especially, when a few years back, the senior numbers were just, hey, look, Manaphy would have been helpful. The senior numbers would have been just so much smaller that if you go to all the regionals, you really know everybody because they're going to get all my comfies. Just because there's so few kids that you're there at all the events and you see the same kids. And if you were playing since you were a junior, there's even less. So you really get to know the kids as you play all the way through. Dude, Lost Zone Bucks holds everybody back from success. As you can see right now, like, I am just getting flat out destroyed because I can't play this deck. Also, Davidson decided not to put a Manaphy in this deck. What do we got? 4. I can go to 6. Man, I should have kept that Lost Vacuum, because that could get me to 7. But I didn't. That seems good. That seems good. That seems fine. I need a Super Rod. Give me a Super Rod. There's a Super Rod. Okay, so we can go Super Rod. I just need 1. Shuffle those back in. We go Poffin. We go U. What does that do? 240. Okay, so we switch into Comfy. We Flower Select. This is going to get me to 7. Then we Hands. And we go here, 1, 2. And let's go 1, 2. Whoops. 1, 2. And then we do it again. We go 1, 2. 1 and 2. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. So they can't knock that out if I bench one more. Without doing shenanigans, it would work anyway else. So we'll go ahead and put the big bear out there. And then we're going to prime catch. And we're going to take 3 prizes. And we're going to go down to 1 with that. Because Iron Hand seems really good against this deck. And then we have the bear for checkmate. Well, I guess not checkmate because they have... Well, okay, so I can knock out Palkia with arm press. So I do have that to knock out the Palkia. Because I wanted 3 prizes. And the only way to knock out the V-Star, I would have had to arm press, so I'd get 2. So I don't know if that's right. I have no idea. But that was my thought process, was now I have 1 prize to go. I don't know if it was right. Like I said, I make the wrong choice with Lost Box all the time. So it's very possible I made the wrong choice right there. It is very, very possible I made the wrong choice. The Fezandipiti, or the Squawkabilly, also allows for 3 prizes as well. So the bear, oh, there's their bear. So I do need a Gust. I think this deck plays a boss, but I guess I'm not positive on that. Let's just look. They do play a boss, okay. So if there is a boss, I can dig in there and try to get a boss if I need to get that last prize. But with bear and Palkia, my bear can't make it through. What are you doing here? So they're just loading that up, ready to go. To get 1 more prize on the bench, probably. Okay. So if I get boss, I win. We do have the switch cards. So we're gonna dig as much as we can. We have the Poke Gear. We're gonna thin as much as we can because it's gonna be over in this turn. There's the boss. We got there. Switch cart into here. Boss, just for posterity, and take the knock. So there we go. We got the win with Lost Box. Yeah. Okay. Opponent has checked in, and we are playing against Gardy Bennett. Cool. Gardy Bennett it is. Uh-huh. Yay. Alright, so there we go. Accepted, but it's just showing as offline. There we go. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. We do want to go first in this matchup. So that way we have the possible turn 2 Charizard, Pidgeot. We have the Charmeleon that can hopefully try to keep us alive there. But this item lock can really hurt us. But here we go. We can definitely win this. It is definitely possible to win this. What have they played? They beat Ogerpon and they lost to Gardevoir. Yes, I want to go first. Definitely a matchup where we want to go first. Okay, so we're just going to top deck a candy, right? Uh-huh. That's what's going to happen. We're going to top deck a candy. If they go Banette, flip heads, I go. Okay, here we go. Okay. I think we want that. I think we do that. Because that can help us get a Shuppet off the board. Possibly. Shuppet has 60. That's going to be 3 gusts. That's not going to do anything. So let's go ahead and load up Charmander. And let's do this. We got to get as many cards as we can. There's the candy. So as long as they don't get us an item lock here, we can at least get the Pidgeot. Or maybe we just go Charizard. Maybe we just don't even worry about the Pidgeot. And you just go Charizard. There's their Banette. Luminous. Okay. All right. Question. Oh, we just got the boss. So we can Gust, knock out the Banette. So if we go Candy Pidgeot. No, we want to get the Banette. So I think we just say, forget the Pidgeot. I think is what we do. I think we just ignore the Pidgeot. And then hope that we have another energy in here. Okay, we do. All right. Because then we go Candy Charizard. And then yes. 2. Because we're going to go 1 and 2. And then we're going to retreat into Charizard. Boss up the Shuppet. And we're going to hit it. We got a long way to go, but that's a start. Keeping the Shuppet off the board. Do they have... Can they do anything else? Mew, Spiritomb, Alakazam, Fluttermane, Munkidori, Gardevoir. No. So we don't need to worry about the Drifloon. We don't need to worry about the Screamtail. There's another Shuppet. Artisan, getting another Shuppet, I'm sure. Oh, Spiritomb. Okay, so I can't Lumineon. Or Rotom, I mean. Or Lumineon. Actually, probably should have gone Pidgeot there. Because then it would allow me each turn to go Charmeleon. Possibly. I have 2 Charmanders prized. I just realized that. I have 2 Charmanders prized. There's our second Shuppet. So we can't just Gust the Shuppet now. Well, we don't have a way to do it anyway, but if we did, We can't just gust to shove it. What does Poltergeist do? Is it 60 per? 60 for each trainer. So we don't want trainers in our hand. Want to get these trainers out. Which actually we can just do this now. We want to keep our hand low so Poltergeist can't knock out the Charizard. I think I'm going to save that gust. And let's just grab the Force Seal. And we'll take the knock there. If we have nothing in hand, then we can't... They can't get us with the Poltergeist. And if they bring up, because we hit the Banette for weakness. So if they bring up the Banette, we just knock it out. So if they start to item lock us, we can just knock it out. Artisan. What are you going to get? Another Banette? Nope, another Monkey Dory. So I'm saving the boss for an opportunity to get 2 prizes. So we're going to see something. We're going to see Big Guardy or Big Banette here. There's the Banette. Okay. Now the Ralts could memory skip, and that could be kind of annoying. Memory skip could get really annoying. Okay, there's the Arven. So here comes the memory skip. So I don't really have a way around the memory skip. I don't have a way to switch out. Do I? Sure don't. Memory skip makes it to where I can't use a particular attack. So in this case, I can't use the one attack Charizard has. But I can still use items. So what that means is I can go Candy, Dusknoir, and knock out the Ralts. The less memory skips, the better. They go to 5, I go to 3. So I'm not going to be able to attack this turn. And I am not going to Rotom. Ooh, we can do that though. What do I play? 2 bosses, 1 prime catcher, 1 counter catcher. Maybe I don't want the Charmander. Because they're not going to knock out my Charizard anytime soon. And I don't want them to lock my Charmander in the active. I can Turo if I need to. I can Turo if I need to. That's fine. All right, we'll do it and pass there. Ready, deck, go. How is it going? So you'll never believe this, but there's 4 Gardevoirs in this tournament, and I've played against Gardevoir in my first 2 games. First 2 games of the tournament were against half the Gardevoirs in the field. And here we are in one of my worst matchups that could exist, and we're not doing too bad. We're starting off okay. We're starting off all right. So they're getting memory skip back. Are they going to get the memory skip in the active is the question. Dude, Zard's feeling great. Zard is my fallback. Zard is my comfort pick. And Zard has treated me well. Except for the one time, the one time last game, I had game almost wrapped up. With the exception of I used the unfair stamp, giving my opponent 2 cards. They top decked 1 card, and those were the 3 cards that gave them the win. Like, I gave them everything they could, and so that was a rough way to lose. But Zard is great. Zard is still good. Zard is better than everybody thinks it is. Zard is really good. So they have the Gardevoir. Are they going to get the memory skip on me again? They probably are. They are. They're going to get the memory skip on me. Gosh, this memory skip's annoying. Now... No, Guardy is not super popular. Like I said, there are only 4 Guardies in the tournament. Now, this is not a Guardy I'm playing against right now. It technically is, but it's not a Gardevoir. It is not in a typical sense. It is Gardevoir Banette. Gardevoir itself is not super popular. There's still only 4 in the tournament. I just happened to hit 2 of them in my first 2 games. Okay, so we have the Thorton. We can knock out the Ralts with the Dusclops, which is going to be my play. So we're going to go Thorton. Ooh, I should have used the Rotom first, but it's fine. We'll do this. Into Dusclops. Dusclops can take the knock. Yeah, love this Dusclops art. That can take the knock here. So we go down to 2 prizes. We're still under memory skip, so we can't attack. But that's okay. They're bringing something to the active. I want to Iono now to get him down to 4. Because yeah, I can't do that because I'm under memory skip. Let's see. I'm going to use this to grab an Iono. Yeah, because I threw the stamp away. So we're going to Iono them to 4. I'm going to go down 2, but I still have the Pidgeot and the Rotom. And if I'm at 2... that protects me from Poltergeist. Oh, wait. I played Thorton. Dang it. Shoot. Okay. 120. 170. 9, 10, 11. Jirachi is in there for... Do I want to do that? Those are gone. Yeah, we'll grab that just in case. Jirachi is in there for Lost Box. I expected Lost Box to be very popular because of Davidson's finish at Louisville. So I brought the Jirachi back strictly for that. Jirachi doesn't protect against Kyurem either. The Manaphy does. The Manaphy is the answer for Kyurem. Jirachi is the answer for Sableye. So with those two, Lost Box just can't touch you. So that's why it's there. Oh, Mew can take the knock, can it? Because Mew can now knock out my Charizard. Eek. They're going to win this without a single item lock because I screwed up. And my one Thornton's gone. Because they had two... Yeah, because that can't do enough damage, can it? What do they bring back? Iono. There's the Iono. There's the Iono we all know and love. Pidgeot counter catcher. Dude, how many do they have in the discard? They do have 2. That's enough in the discard. Poltergeist. Nope. Okay. They have not used a single item lock. No, Stamp's gone. I had to throw away Stamp at the very beginning to get the Rotom. I wanted the Rotom out there to make sure I could get a turn 2 Charizard, which I did. I was able to get the turn 2 Charizard. So, I have one hope left. I think it's in my deck, but I'm not positive. I don't think it's prized. Pretty sure it's still in my deck. Pretty sure I've seen it. But I have one hope left. Yes, that is my answer. The question is it in my deck? I think it is. I don't think it's prized. But yes, you are correct. That is the answer. And this is why I kept the Pidgeot and the Forest Seal Stone as well. Oh, I just got that too. There it is. There it is. Quick search. There it is. Attach. Retreat. And there's the concession. All right. We got there. We got there. Bolt Party. Boom. Bolt Party. Yeah, there we go. Ready to go, getting in here. Let's see. Do I have enough? Do I have enough to open up one of these? 11, 20. Nope, I'm 20 away. Well, if I get 20 more gems, I can get some more. We got there. We got there. Yeah, Charizard is definitely, it is significantly better than people think it is right now. A lot of big names are writing it off. It does have a bad matchup into Dragapult, but I believe Dragapult is fake right now. I don't think Dragapult is that good. I don't think Dragapult is as good as it once was thought to be. So with that, it is a good opportunity for Charizard to sneak in, which is why I decided to play it right now. I also think Lugia is an incredible play, but I just do not have the practice with Lugia. I'm not good with Lugia, so we're not even gonna mess with Lugia. We're gonna play with what I know, with what I like. So the Gardevoir player that I lost to is now 3-0. And currently in first place. Let's see, we are 2-1 and we are in 23rd place. Still in good shape. We got to keep winning. We're still in good shape. Gabriel Smart is 3-0 as well. He is playing Palkia Dusknoir. What's the unknown deck we have here? A Cloth. We got a Cloth deck that's listed as unknown. Pikachu, I think, is going to be best in Miraidon. Well, no. Well, okay. So, first of all, Pikachu will be in Miraidon. It will be in every Miraidon deck. It will take the place of the Mewtwo, the Mewtwo EX that is currently in Miraidon. One sec. Yeah. My mouse is dying, so I need to plug it in between games. Pikachu will be in every Miraidon deck because it is a Terra Pokemon that allows the Miraidon deck to use the Area 0 Stadium to put 8 on their bench. So right now they're using the Mewtwo. The Pikachu is just better with its ability, making sure it doesn't get one-shotted. It will be a better fit in that deck, and it could possibly attack based on how if you have the new Magneton in there. Will allow it to, or Magneton or the Earthen Vessel, it will allow the Pikachu to attack and, actually do something offensively. So the Pikachu will be in every single Miraidon deck, but I think the Pikachu's home is going to be in Lost Box. I think it's a good lightning attacker for Lost Box. You can get the energy. The energy is not a problem, and it hits what, 300? Is that right? Hits for 300. It could also be in a deck of its own with the Magneton. You load it up with something like the Joltik, which allows you to get 4 energies from your deck and onto a Pokemon, and then you have your Pikachu, you use the Pikachu, and then you refill it with the Magneton. So I think that's what's going to happen. Go Badat, thank you for showing up. I do appreciate it. I hope you had a good evening, and I will hopefully see you next Friday. Blissey, maybe because Blissey can move the energies around, so if you can accelerate to one thing, you can move it over with the Blissey, maybe. I guess I'm assuming that's what it's talking about. Blissey EX, I'm assuming. I have not seen that. Sorry, excuse me. I have not seen that. But I also have a feeling that I will not be able to come up with this answer, because there are players that are significantly better than me that do this kind of thing, and I don't. As much as I would love to be a good deck builder and be able to do these things, I don't believe I have that ability. So I can, and I'll sit here and I will absolutely theorize possible decks. I love doing it, but I guarantee you I will not come up with the answer as much as I try. But as far as the most use of the Pikachu, it's going to be in Miraidon, without question. That's for sure. Let the nerds handle it. Let them do all the testing. I'm going to make them do all the work. And whatever seems to be good, that's what I'm going to play. That's what I do now. This Charizard list right now I'm playing is the deck that was that finished top 4 at Louisville. The only change I made is I dropped something. What did I drop? Oh, I dropped the Night Stretcher and added the Jirachi. So that is the only change I made from the Louisville deck. And the only reason I did that is because I expected a lot of Lost Box here. Raging Bolt ended up winning. Caleb Gedimer with his own version of Raging Bolt. And what I mean by his own version of Raging Bolt is it is very different than a lot of the other Raging Bolt lists that have been around. And he basically built it from scratch. He didn't take somebody else's deck and tweak it. He started from scratch and said, if I'm building Raging Bolt, what am I going to do? And so it had the same attackers, like had the Bolt, had the Ogerpon. I mean, you have to have those, but a lot of the support stuff was completely different. He chose to play the Slitherwing and the single prize Slitherwing instead of the single prize Sandy Shocks, which is what a lot of people have been playing, or the Dusknoir, which was kind of the new hotness for that deck. So he basically made it his own, and I think it's really, really good. It's very consistent. It was very well placed in the meta, which is why he got the win. He built it to counteract the meta, and it was done very, very well. So good on him for winning. Happy to see him win. Second place was Michael Davidson with Lost Box, which is why I expected Lost Box to be popular. And I was telling Chad earlier that I played against Michael Davidson in a cup last year, and he was super, super nice. I had no idea who he was at the time because he had just come off of his last senior season, and this was at the beginning of his first master season, so I had no idea who he was. But he showed up with Grant Shen, who is one of the top players in the world. And so I knew he had to be good if he was here with Grant Shen. And I almost beat him. It was close. He did get the dub. He did outplay me. But afterwards, he just, I just got a brain dump from him. Like he, told me his thought process through the match, just, what he was doing, why he made the plays he made. And it was really, really cool. Really cool to hear him talk. He was one of the fastest players I have ever seen. He was really quick to make decisions, and it's really, really cool seeing something like that. So this match is interesting. Whoops. Yeah. And like I said, I didn't even know who he was until afterwards. Afterwards, I looked up his name and saw that he was, a big deal in seniors, and he has performed very well since he's been in Masters. So really cool on him. Happy to see him do well, and I can say that I almost beat him, so that was cool. So I am playing against the Hydrapple deck, which I think is really bad for me. I think it's really bad because, Hydrapple just does a lot of damage. And basically everything they do hits me for weakness. I have had the pleasure of playing against 3 big names now. I think just 3. And all 3 of them have been awesome to play against. First one was against Andrew Estrada, who is a world champ. and I was playing against him fresh off of a regional championship last year. I played him, last year. He won the first regional in North America last year, and then I played against him in the second. And he was really, really cool to play against. It was really fun talking to him. So that was really cool. And then I played against Davidson, and then I played against Jack Carter in top 8 of a cup. So that was really cool too. So all those players have been awesome, really fun to play against. Let's see, what do we want to do? What are we doing? Let's do this. Gengar EX. Yeah, someone could. Someone's not going to be me, though. I don't even know what Gengar EX does. I know it exists, but I remember it not being very good. You need to talk to Pokedubs. He's a Gengar guy. He's the Gengar guy. Oh, let's see. Let's go Ultra Ball. Excuse me. Let's Ultra Ball. Let's get this Rotom down. Instant Charge. Probably should have attached that Forest Seal Stone. Wasn't thinking. But attaching that Forest Seal Stone definitely would have been the play because they play 4 Ionos. So I'm just asking to get this Iono out of my hand. Yeah, so normally I play a different Rotom, but I did just get the special art Rotom, or that art Rotom right before this tournament, just so I could play it because, and there's the Iono. So I knew, I should have known that was coming. But yeah, I love that Rotom art. Absolutely love it. And I would have a Charizard here, or a Pidgeot or something, if I had attached the Forest Seal Stone. I do have the Arven, so I can get it right back. So it's not a big deal. Charizard it is. Alright, what can we do here? Let's see what we can do. I mean, I just lose, right? I think I just flat out lose. Everything here hits me for weakness. 2, 3. I think I need 4. Yeah, everybody, I think, thought Rotom was legendary. And there was like a big meme or whatever about everybody getting disappointed that Rotom wasn't legendary. Okay, Arven. I want this and this. How many energies do I have in here? Do I have 3? I have 2. Because they've only taken 1 prize. So I still need 4. So even then, I can't do anything with this, right? Star Alchemy. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's go. If we go here. We'll play to 1 Iono, right? Yeah. Asking to get Iono'd again. But whatever. We need a lot to go our way here. Play all the odds. That's not it. That's definitely not it. And let's just get more cards. Yeah, Hydra Apple is just a horrible, horrible matchup for us. Because everything is grass. Everything hits us for weakness. The Hydra Apple's easily going to knock us out. So we need to rely on the Radiant Charizard. And we can if they knock out the Rotom. And they're going to keep Ionoing us. We do have Candy Pidgeot now. That's a good thing. Candy Pidgeot is definitely a good thing. So if y'all haven't seen, Twitch is doing a thing with Discord where you get, what, 3 months of Discord Nitro when you sub or when you gift a sub. So that's really, really cool. I definitely am going to use that myself. Yeah, I definitely am going to use that myself to get the 3 months of Discord Nitro. It's a really cool thing they're doing. All right, let's do this. Let's draw some cards. We're going to go Candy Pidgeot. And then I think I just want to do this. Because all I need is 2. We're just going to do that. I want to keep the single prizers out there. I don't want to hit with Charizard until I'm ready. Let's do this, and let's get the Fezandipiti out of there. And then we Iono them to 3. 15 grass energies. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still got a lot of grass energies left, don't they? Alright, swing for 500. Get the Hydra Apple knocked. Boss Candy. So we have the Pidgeot. If we go Super Rod, we get the energies back, we get the Charizard back, and we do it again. Force them to keep taking these single prizers. Because I do only need 1 energy on the Charizard now. Counter capture. So I can do the Super Rod, but then I don't have anything else. I don't have a way to get the Charizard back. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything. No, I have no idea. Oh, shoot. Dang it. I was not even paying attention. Well, that stinks. It's alright, I lost anyway. I didn't have a way out of that. No, I do not take the same prize card every time first. Wherever my mouse goes, that's what I take. If I come from this side, I take it over here. If I come from this side, I take it over here. If I pass it a little bit, I'll just click on one in the middle. No, I have no knowledge of what prize card I take, to be completely honest. The way I look at it, it's completely random. It doesn't matter where I grab from. If I'm playing in person and I go like 2, 2, 2 with my prize cards, I'll grab the bottom, one of the bottom, and then just kind of work my way up. On here, I just go wherever my mouse goes. And the reason why, so there actually is a reason why in person I take bottom up. And that is strictly because if you start picking, choosing prize cards, and you get something good, your opponent is just instantly going to think you're cheating. So I always just go from the bottom up for something like that. But for this, no, I have no idea what I'm picking. It's just wherever my mouse lands. Let's see. I probably... Yeah, because I need Super Rod and a way to find the Radiant Charizard. So that would not have got it there. So I should have done this, I think. I think that was the correct move if I had done that. Those don't matter. I know. Because all I need was one energy, so I just kind of do that in hope. That's what I should have done last turn. And, whoops, Super Rod for Radiant Zard, energies. Yeah, then that wouldn't work because I need that to get the Radzard. Oh, Radzard can't attack for free though now, can it? Or no, it still needs a red, which I don't have. So yeah, there it is. All right, thanks for hanging out. I probably won't be hanging out much longer as I'm sitting at 2 and 2. So probably won't hang out much longer, but I do appreciate you hanging out in the stream. I will be back next Friday so come back next Friday. Hopefully I'll have a better run. Charizard is definitely better than I am presenting it right now, but thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good evening. Let's see, YouTube asking for deck list. Here you go. If you are still here, I apologize. If you are still here, this is my deck list. I have it right here on the stream. I bet I can do this. Export. Can I post it in chat? Nope, too many characters. Let's see. Where can I cut it? Nah, it's not pasting well, is it? Can I edit the description? I can. There we go. There we go. Deck list is in the description on YouTube. So if you would like to see a deck list, it has been thrown in the description. Let's see. You know what? What do we got? Yeah, we got a lot of time in between rounds. It's 11:30. I'm gonna go ahead and drop. Short stream tonight, but 2-2 kind of bombs me out of the tournament. Not exactly where I want to be, but it's fine. We'll be back next week for the next Tournament of Doom, hopefully with much better results. So thank you everybody for hanging out. It is a short stream tonight, but I will be back next week, hopefully better than ever. So thank you all very much, and until next time, I will see you then.